weeks, including violent smash and grabs. But it all happens all across the country this time of year. We talked to a few experts about why this is just so detrimental, not only to the stores, but to you as a consumer.
And joining us on The Factor Uncensored tonight to talk about organized retail crime, we have Mike Combs, Director of Organized Retail Crime Investigations at the Home Depot, and Officer Chuck McPhillamy from the Marietta Police Department. Good to see you both here tonight on The Factor Uncensored. Obviously, 'tis the season for the criminals to run amok around this country. So when it comes to organized crime, Chuck, what does the average viewer need to know out there?
You know, I think we go back to what Mom said. Mom said it best. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. In reality, the online marketplaces are a great place to shop, but you have to actually use some thought there and be conscious about what you're doing. If that box is brand new and worth $1,000 and still a new item, why would they be selling it for so much less? What are other warning signs? Do they have a good retail establishment where they've been selling for quite some time and they have a reputation? Would they be willing to meet with you at the police department to exchange and actually purchase that item? Certainly a bad actor or a thief isn't going to be as likely to meet you if you suggest the law enforcement agency nearest you. There's a lot of ways we can do this if we work together.
For the shopper, the consumer that's out there who's still looking for a good deal, they don't give a damn about how this person got this product. What is the trickle-down effect, the long-lasting impact on the consumer out there if you engage and you buy from individuals who are involved in organized retail crime?
Well, I'm sure everyone knows that ultimately it's going to drive the prices up for all of us. So that's one risk. But I'd like you to think a little bit further upstream in the equation. Think about how that item that you're buying, how did it get stolen from the retail establishment? If you don't think you care about it, think about the event that happened at the store. Many times it's a violent event or an aggressive event. And some of our families and friends are simply going to work at a retail establishment and they're having to deal with these events that are happening in their stores. So you buying that product from that type of actor is just going to perpetuate this type of problem to get bigger and bigger. And that's what I would ask you to look at. Just kind of look further upstream.
And Mike, in some instances, it could be essentially what we call blood money. Someone could have been harmed or killed as a result of getting these products that are reaching you a whole lot cheaper.
That's exactly right. I like the way you said that. The other thing to consider is what we see a lot right now is people preying on drug addicts and having them go in and steal for them, and they pay them pennies on the dollar for the product, and then of course they sell it for much, much more than that. And the problem is big in America, so that's one of the avenues that these criminal networks are using.
And Chuck, once someone buys something and they realize, okay, I may have bought a product, like we used to say, Chuck, in the old days, that's hot. And so how do you address that and you don't want that product anymore? How do you deal with what could be potentially a stolen product?
Partner with your local law enforcement agency. Reach out to them, explain what happened, let them investigate it. If it is something that belongs to someone else and they can prove it, you may be out that item and out the money that you spent to acquire that item, but you might be furthering that investigation